What's going on, y'all? So I do not understand how in the world we are still having this kind of information put out there about weight loss. So I get alerts to my email about various health topics because I like to kind of know what's going on, what people are talking about, what the latest word is about, lifestyle disease, weight loss, fat loss, intermittent fasting, topics that I'm interested in. And I got a link to an article that I don't know why I'm seeing it in 2023, just a few days away from 2024. Now, I'm not going to give the link to the article. I'm not going to put them on blast like that, but I will read part of the title of the article, which is Belly Fat Workouts for a Flat Tummy. Belly Fat Workouts for a Flat Tummy. Now, this is ridiculous. The reason why it's ridiculous is because people keep on saying this stuff, and I remember that this myth was exposed when I was basically like a kid. What is the myth, you might ask? The myth is that there is no special workout or exercise that burns belly fat. It doesn't work that way. So you might remember if you're maybe 30s or older, you might remember, or like back in the day, they had a stuff that the belt that's supposed to kind of go around your belly, and it's like a attached to like some sort of conveyor thing, and it kind of supposed to shake the fat away. And I guess just because you see the fat just a jiggling and everything, it just means that it's kind of burning the fat off. No, man, it doesn't work that way. In other words, there is no such thing as spot reduction. You can't say, I want to lose fat on my arms." And then you start doing, like, I don't know, tricep extensions to exercise the tricep muscle, and somehow because you're stimulating that muscle, it's burning the fat around there. Good luck. Good luck. That's not going to work. All you're doing, exercise, think about this, movement is actually something that your muscles do. When muscles pull on bones, that's how movement happens. Okay? That's how our bodies move. Now, when you move your muscles, especially with exercise where you're specifically kind of like maybe moving your muscle repetitively, you're training the muscle. You're stimulating the muscle. Now, that said, there may be an indirect, well, there is an indirect, potentially indirect fat loss kind of thing happening. But understand this. This is how it works. When you move your muscles, especially for an extended period of time, your muscles are taking stored glycogen, which is like essentially sugar that was pulled in from your bloodstream, converted to glycogen so it could be stored in your muscle tissue for energy. So your muscles are using that first. Once they use that up, if they actually do use it up, then you go to like your fat storage. Okay. So if you get to that point that you burn off all of your stored glycogen, like in your muscles and your liver and all that kind of stuff, then you actually start to burn fat. But keep in mind, one, you have to have been exercising for quite a while to burn off that glycogen. Um, when I say quite a while, maybe I need to be careful with that. Because I'm maybe not necessarily hours and hours. But anyway, number two is whatever fat loss that you experience is not going to be localized. It's not going to be just in the area that you're working. So that's why people think, even looking at this article, they mention planks and other ab exercises, talking about working off the belly fat. It's not going to do that. And if you do lose, if you have gotten your glycogen levels low enough to where your body is having to access its fat storage, then you're going to be losing fat all over your body. Your body doesn't lose it localized. The only way that type of thing is possible, and I don't personally recommend it, is through like surgery, where you actually go and um like physically take the fat away. Now, I don't recommend that because one, because I'm a personal trainer and that's not my expertise. Two, because of the side effects, the risks. Um, and three, just because it doesn't really work with the way your body naturally works. There is a way to lose that. And it really more so has to do with you exercising, but then also more importantly, changing the way that you are eating. That is the most important thing. And I've talked about this several times in other videos, and I'll mention it here in brief. And I'm sure I'll keep on talking about it. The reason why we have such issue with fat in general, belly fat, arm fat, leg fat, whatever fat, is because the way that we eat is such that we are filling our bodies with sugar and starch that are converted to glucose, which we have an excess of. And as long as you have an excess of glucose coming into your body, one, you're gonna have a whole lot of excess that gets shuttled to fat, so you're gonna keep on gaining fat. Two, you're gonna have so much on deck that you always have like your glycogen levels, like the glycogen in your muscles and your liver and stuff, they're always gonna be filled. So you never have a reason to access your fat. So you keep yourself in fat gain mode. That's why. Don't worry about these articles that are, matter of fact, this article is specifically talking about New Year stuff. You're gonna see these articles. Don't pay attention to them. I'm just saying, because they're giving you information that is inaccurate. They're making you feel like something can happen that won't happen. Just remember, if you want to lose belly fat, you need to generally exercise. Now, you may want to do more activity than usual, but like, don't think that just because you do planks and crunches that you're going to somehow get lean abs. It doesn't work that way. And say, for example, you had a significant amount of fat to lose, you wouldn't necessarily want to just have cut abs and then you have fat on the other parts of your body to lose. It wouldn't even really look right. It would be disproportionate. Okay. So when you see these articles, remember, the real way you want to lose belly fat or body fat overall is one, do general exercise. You might want to do more. Like when I talk about more exercise, American College of Sports Medicine recommends, I think, at least 50 minutes 5 days a week, okay, to lose belly fat. Now, that could be walking now. That could be moderate walking. So the second thing with that is making sure that you are not eating in a way that you are always in fat gain mode. That means that you're not consuming excess sugar and starch, which mainly come from a junk food diet. But even if you're not eating junk food, you need to consider reducing healthy carbs as well. I'm not saying eliminating them, but you need to make sure that you're not filling your body with sugars and starches so that you can lose the fat that you want to lose. You may even consider fasting as well, here and there. Okay. I hope this helps when you see these articles talking about targeting your belly fat, so to speak, with workouts and whatnot. Remember, it can't happen. Don't worry, don't read those, okay? Don't don't fall for it.